Brought to you by a paid advertisement for TaleSpire. Welcome to Dice 101. In Lesson 1, we'll be talking about the Noble D20. In Dungeons & Dragons, anytime you're trying to determine the success of a save, action, attack, or check, you do so with a 20-sided die. So, picking the right one is important. Many people will tell you that D20s have a 5% probability of landing on each side, a median of 11, and that every roll has about the same probability. These people are either lying to themselves or, more likely, lying to their super prodigies. We'll get into that later. Dice have personalities, and it's important to scout those personalities out before committing to any die. In Lesson 1, we'll be covering the most important technique for any TTRPG player, scouting. If you see a person at the counter rolling all the dice they might buy, you know you're looking at a pro. To scout a die's personality, roll it twice and it'll usually fall into one of the following categories. A blorb. These are dice that hit the table and stop rolling immediately. Blorbs generally land 2 numbers to the right of where they stand in your palm. They're the dice of cheaters and thieves. So maybe pick one up. 2 high rolls on an ugly die reveals a diamond in the rough. Buy it immediately. These are the ideal dice for important saves, even if they don't match the rest of your character set. Now 2 numbers above 10 that aren't too high, that's a fresh die. These make great character dice and good training candidates, but we'll talk about that in Lesson 2. If the scout roll results in 2 low numbers, don't worry, there's still hope. It's time for a prod. Roll them 10 more times, and if the numbers ramp up, these are shy dice. Buy them immediately. These dice ramp up and spike down over the course of a game, but they're very reliable. Just make sure to roll out all the bad rolls before each game. If your 10 test rolls in the prod came out low, you've got a low and slow. They're reliably low rollers. These are great dice for any DM. You can use them to build tension, though you secretly know the rolls will come out low. And even if you aren't a DM, they're a great gift for your DM, or really any comedic player. Now finally, if you're testing dice and they roll 2 20s, be wary. It might be a super prodigy, but it's probably a traitor. The only way to find out is to buy it. The first roll after you own the die will reveal its true character. If it's a 1 through 6, you've got a traitor die. And again, you'd think that these would be a good gift for a DM, but actually, unlike the low and slow, the traitor die will remember you for all time. It rolls high against you and low for you, except on absolutely meaningless checks. It's no coincidence that most traitors come from eBay estate sales, because the only way to take care of a traitor is to lock it in a box somewhere in your attic. If your first roll after you own a double 20 is high, you'll want to buy a whole set in the same style, because you have a super prodigy. The cornerstone of any good character set, a super prodigy usually has the best performance in the game, but it has performance anxiety. It's of the utmost importance that when you speak near your super prodigy, you mention things like how every number has a 5% likelihood of being rolled, that people who believe in dice personalities are fucking idiots, and that each time the median roll for a D20 is about 11. This will ease the pressure and keep your prodigy rolling high. And with that, happy dice collecting. I'll see you in Lesson 2, Dice Training. Thanks for watching this animated spellbook brought to you by paid advertisement for TaleSpire. TaleSpire is my favorite VTT. It's the only way that I play D&D online, and it doesn't handle systems, but it does handle maps, miniatures, map building, and movement better than any other VTT on the market, in my opinion. It's finally in early access on Steam, so you can buy it through a link in the description. Okay, bye now. See you soon.